All right, everybody, welcome back. KJCR, JimmyChurchRadio.com. Live from Burbank, California, December 28th. It is Wednesday. Live with Hilton and Charlie, the Deacon Dogs. Proudly brought to you by National Tax Experts. 877-909-5444. Follow us on Twitter at JChurchRadio. You can shoot me an email right now to Jimmy@JimmyChurchRadio.com. You can certainly send Charlie the hate mail to Charlie@JimmyChurchRadio.com. All right, 'tis the season, folks. Oh, this is for syndicatednews.net. They're the reason why we're syndicated. Press credentials all around the world. We could go to a basketball game right now in China. We could walk in and watch the Beijing Bulldogs, whatever they're called.
And watch our favorite Denver Nuggets play.
Yes. Go watch Aaron Brooks. Tear it up. We're credentialed, man.
Cool.
Okay, all right. 'Tis the season to fire a coach in the NFL right now. And if I was doing the firing, first on the list, if it was me, Rex Ryan, he's gone.
Okay. Who's
Done.
second on the list?
You can't lie. You can't BS the good people of Manhattan, New York State, for 3 straight years. You know, and you can look at it one of 2 ways. You know, was it a successful season or not? You know what? When you say you're going to the Super Bowl, you're going to win, and you don't, you're out. That's it. You can't. If I'm a player, I can't follow that BS any longer. If I'm a player, I'm like, dude, okay, man, all right. You're the Messiah. I followed you. You were the man. I get it. But where's my ring? You know, I'm tired. Enough is enough. Rex Ryan, out of there. Oh, who's number 2?
Who's number 2?
Andy Reid.
In Philly?
In Philly. And because right now they're sitting at 7-8. Okay? I think inside the division, in conference play, they're 5-6. They're 4-1 in the division. And that looks pretty good. It's not good enough. They're out of the playoffs. Andy Reid, and I have many listeners in Philly that email me and text me every single day about Andy Reid. I know how they feel about Andy Reid. But I want everybody in Philly to understand, I get it. And what they tell me is this: we're tired of Andy, but he's safe. He can't get fired. And you know what? The good news is, Philadelphia fan, you have that attitude, you're first to go. Trust me on this, okay? Now, the mistakes that Andy Reid has made, and I've got a long list of coaches here, so I'm going to make this brief. The mistakes that Andy Reid has made concerning the Eagles over the last 2 seasons, all of them blunders. Nothing worked out. Before you say that, Michael Vick, man, what about last year? What about last season? You know what? Number 1, that was last season. Number 2, at the end of last season, where was Michael Vick?
Injured.
When you needed him, where was he?
Injured.
He was running on adrenaline. He had something to prove last year. Just got out of prison, got a second chance. He was fired up. The whole country's talking about him. And you run on adrenaline. He petered out. And then the old Michael Vick showed. The Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick showed. Tell me what he did with Atlanta. Stop. Right there. Nothing is the answer. Nothing. What was he going to do in Philly that he hasn't done before? 7, 8 seasons into the NFL at that time when he got signed. Okay? Picked up by Andy Reid. Cut loose to Kevin Kolb. Bad mistake. And the reason why, well, you know what? I don't have time to go into that. But you don't cut loose. Flip-flop week after week. This is my starter. This is my starter. This is my starter. What does that tell the team? You know, and he lucked his way into having Michael Vick have a miracle season. And it turned out to be the wrong call anyway. He looked good for 6 games, and I'm talking about Andy Reid, not Michael Vick. Andy Reid's out of there. Or he should be fired. Next, Jim Caldwell. That's right.
Colts?
Jim Caldwell of the Indianapolis Colts. Why? Because he's not a coach. The real coach has got a broken neck. His name is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's been coaching that team for 12 years.
Even when Dungy was there?
12 years. He was given the freedom to do what he needed to do. In the offseason, who's coaching Marvin Harrison? Who's got Jeff Saturday out there down the street on a high school's football field?
Manning.
That's right. Think about what I am saying. All right? Manning's been the coach. Now Manning goes down. Jim Caldwell was not ready. Why? He wasn't coaching the team. Was that offense at all ever listening to Jim Caldwell call a play? Never happened. Not once. Unless Jim Caldwell can call a play 6 times before Peyton Manning gets under center somehow. Never happened. Jim Caldwell was unprepared for what happened to the Colts this year. Could not get it done.
Next.
Lovie Smith.
The Bears?
Lovie Smith. Bad calls. Bad calls right now at quarterback. What if let's just say that they went through the season with one quarterback this year. Okay? And they had Matt Forte wasn't injured. And they have their record right now, where they're at right now. You've given them all the tools to go and win, and you haven't won. Same situation. Leslie Frazier.
Minnesota. It's time for him to go too.
Got to go. Bad calls. Bad calls. Bad calls. You would have thought that making the changes, you know what, we're up against a break. I'll be back right after this.